What's going on, guys? I'm back, and today we are in Ypsilanti, Michigan, or downtown portion.
Flash Parade, the Detroit Harvest Fest presented by the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy is back in historic fashion. This year, Detroit Harvest Fest will be featured at the grand opening of Ralph Wilson Park on October 25th and 26th, presented by the Ralph C. Wilson Foundation. It's Michigan's top food truck rally with 35 trucks plus 40 music acts, including the Jacksons, all part of the kickoff for Ralph Wilson Park.
I'm just going to drive around here today because it's kind of funny. I was just in Detroit about like 35-40 minutes ago. Now I'm here in Ypsilanti. So yeah.
Gave me the dirt on that one. Better news. On southbound 75 at Sasha was that accident cleared. Got a crash along westbound I-94 after Harper Street, St. Clair Shores. Right shoulder is blocked. Then there's a broken down vehicle. Northbound 75 at the Davison East exit. A U-Haul truck is blocking out that right shoulder there. Your next report, 708 with Land Towers from the DR Trailer Still Traffic Center.
Thank you, Val. Our active weather forecast from meteorologist Brian Thompson will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and cool with more rain showers in the area this evening. Low temperature 43. It'll be mostly cloudy and chilly tomorrow. Rain returning to the area by the afternoon. High temperature 52. On Thursday, it'll be variably cloudy, windy, and chilly with a high temperature of 51. Friday, high temperature of 54. Right now, the rain is falling and it's 51 degrees in downtown Detroit. This is News 950 WWJ, Detroit's news, weather, and traffic station. Good evening, I'm Tony Ortiz. Top stories ahead at 7 o'clock with Kyle Kimball.
A prank phone call lands a Detroit Public Schools students in hot water. I'm John Hewitt.
Also ahead.
You might want to think twice about bringing this to a
Professional sports venue in the future. I'm Jeremy Adams. News Radio 950 WWJ. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's 7 o'clock.
No end in sight.
Tonight, we'll officially make it the second longest shutdown in American history.
Arrest and death threat against House Minority Leader Jeffries.
He's among the 1,500-plus U.S. Capitol riot defendants.
President Trump wants big money from the Justice Department.
Yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. 21 days into the government shutdown, the second longest in history, and there's still no movement from either Republicans or Democrats. Here's another funding vote scheduled for tomorrow in the Senate. Some states, including Pennsylvania, New York, and Texas, are warning that Americans who rely on food stamps to pay for groceries may miss out on SNAP benefits come November and until the federal government shutdown ends. Federal employees and contractors on furlough have not been paid all month. Today, 150 of them were expected at a D.C. area food bank, but several hundred more showed up. WTOP's John Doman.
In the area, most people live paycheck to paycheck. That's Pastor Oliver Carter here at No Limit Outreach Ministry, which does distributions like this twice a week, and usually not this big. The field was too big. These furloughed workers are frustrated.
People are struggling.
I believe things will get harder.
That's right.
Distributions like this will go on every week until the shutdown ends. I'm back, okay? John Doman for CBS News, Homer Park, Maryland.
Pardoned Capitol rioter Christopher Moynihan is in custody, charged with threatening to kill House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Obtained by CBS News, Moynihan is accused of sending text messages on Friday indicating he was going to target House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries for murder at an event Jeffries was to have in New York City Monday. Jeffries did have that event at the Economic Club of New York Monday.
Jeffries says the blanket pardon.
They're responsible targets of hundreds of violent felons. January 6th has consequences.
President Trump wants millions of dollars in compensation from the Justice Department. Our story first published by the New York Times. Since President Trump wants the Justice Department to pay him $250 million in damages for its criminal investigation.
all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month. I think you will too. But I think you really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteer to defend their country. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
President J.D. Vance is now in Israel and says the Gaza peace plan is going better than expected despite recent violence between Israel and Hamas.
I don't think it's actually advisable for us to say this has to be done in a week. A lot of people working very hard. It's never been done before, and in order for us to give it a chance to succeed, we've got to be a little bit flexible.
Two more bodies of hostages were sent back to Israel today, and Israel has returned the remains of 15 Palestinians to Gaza. The White House demolishes part of the East Wing for President Trump's ballroom construction. CBS's Jennifer Jacob.
Pretty much every part of the East Wing, which dates to 1902, will be demolished. It was renovated in 1942. It will be reconstructed, but those areas that are 123 years old will be gone.
Sources familiar with the plan tell CBS News being knocked down, the First Lady's office and dozens of others' workspaces. The president says private donors have fully funded the ballroom. You're listening to the CBS World News Roundup.
Live and local. Voice #1 news station. News Radio 950 WWJ.
Good evening, it's 7:05. I'm Kyle Kimball. A bridge in Sterling Heights, which has been an eyesore, well, for decades now, has been restored, finally connecting hundreds in the community and providing more access to outdoor recreation. WWJ's Darylyn Horn is in Sterling Heights and joins us now live with details. Darylyn?
That's correct, Kyle. To celebrate this, city officials at Lakeside Island Park met there with a ribbon cutting to reveal the new bridge. The once dilapidated bridge now connects an apartment and condo community to more pathways and biking trails, some even leading to Lakeside Mall. Parks and Rec Director Kyle Lango says this has been more than 15 years in the making.
I'm pretty confident that future plans down the road as we bring Lakeside to the town center and the hub that we expect Lakeside to be, I can see that this park will play a large role in providing recreational opportunities for the residents and the visitors to that area. And what that means for connectivity remains to be determined.
And on the bridge, it is very close to Olivewood Apartments and several other condo communities. Reporting live, Darylyn Horn, WWJ News Radio 950.
Darylyn, thank you. Detroit Public Schools student is now facing disciplinary action after placing a bogus active shooter call to police.
Detroit school administrators want to use this latest incident as a renewed warning to students and parents. The prank calls are no joke and could lead to prosecution and expulsion. A student at Detroit's Schultz Academy for Technology and the Arts reportedly made the bogus active shooter call while in a classroom Tuesday with a substitute teacher. That student was identified and the situation quickly handled, according to a DPSCD media spokesperson who wanted to encourage families to talk to their kids about this incident, remind them of the disciplinary action that will follow. John Hewitt, WWJ News Radio 950.
Well, there are power outages as storms and rain move through the area right now. DTE Energy says over 7,000 homes and businesses are without service and scattered across all of Detroit. In most cases, it appears the wind damages to blame. No word yet how long it'll take to restore power. Coming up in about 2 minutes after traffic and weather.
West Michigan man spending days on social media. Prison. I'm Ryan Reichert.
And at 7:08, traffic and weather together on the 8th. Hello, Lake Howard.
Hello, Kyle, and we've got several problems out there looking at the AAA GM cams. A crash
south of the 96, 696 connector ramps. 94 westbound, west of Harper, St. Clair Shores. Crash there on the lake shoulder. Disabled vehicle reported on the 75 northbound ramp to the Davison eastbound. That's catching some people by surprise. Now up on the Blue Water Bridge, it's minimum delays heading into Port Huron for cars and trucks, but heading eastbound into Sarnia, less than 15 minutes for cars, but up to 60 minutes for trucks. Your next update coming up at 7:18 from the DR Trailer Sales Traffic Center.
We will continue to see some showers as we head through tonight. Any downpour early on tonight could produce gusty winds and some small hail. It will be a breezy night, certainly chillier with a low of 43. A windy, chilly day tomorrow. Clouds and a few showers. Tomorrow's high about 51. Perhaps an early shower tomorrow night. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly, low 43. A breezy, chilly day Thursday. Clouds and the sun, a shower or two, high 53. A little less wind by Friday and Saturday. It will be a little brighter with more sunshine and high temperatures mostly in the 50s. I'm your meteorologist Brian Thompson on WWJ News Radio. Only about 48 degrees there, cloudy in Canada. It's also 47 at Metro Airport. 48, cloudy.
I don't know why they're all lined up on the truck, but yeah, whatever. Maybe turning right or whatever.
President Trump is on his way to federal prison.
Outside of Grand Rapids and Comstock Park, Richard Spring spent 4 days posting threats to President Donald Trump, even tagging him on the post just after the inauguration. Spring was caught and charged and over the summer pleaded guilty to a count of making threats to kill and injure the President of the United States. And yesterday, Spring was sentenced to a year and a half in federal prison. Will also have to pay a $2,000 fine. He said that he was blackout drunk when he made those posts and didn't remember it.
Apparently we're back to where we
WWJ News Radio 950.
Act now to figure out what you're doing for health insurance in 2026.
Not here,
The advice from Michigan's Department of Insurance and Financial Services, which notes that a record 530,000 Michiganders are currently enrolled in health insurance through the marketplace.
close to where we started.
That's free from federal changes as well as expiring tax credits. Means it has never been more important to review your insurance coverage and make a selection for you.
The enrollment period and the enrollment period for 2026 runs from November 1st through January 15th. Visit michigan.gov/health insurance to get a jump start today. Jeremy Jenkins, WWJ News Radio 950.
Health officials are recommending everybody get their flu shot if they haven't done that already. Dr. James Grant is Executive Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of Blue Cross Blue Shield Administration. He says, at the time you get the shot, it's the most important part.
Some people like to get it in September, some people like to get it in November, so it lasts longer. I don't care when you get it.
All right, flu shots are most important for those at high risk for complications, such as young children, the elderly, those with compromised immune systems. The Corwell Board of Directors is reportedly considering closing the labor and delivery unit at their Wayne Hospital. U.S. Representatives Rashida Tlaib and Debbie Deagle wrote a letter to Corwell President Mark Yoder urging them to keep the unit open, and the letter says it would impact both patients needing to travel further for treatment and the loss of a training hospital for those going into obstetrical care. At Corwell Health Wayne Hospital was named one of the best hospitals for maternity care in 2021. We have reached out to Corwell Health for comment and are awaiting a return call. Well, President Trump has named a local businessman to be special envoy to Iraq. The president says Mark Savaya has a deep understanding of the Iraq and U.S. relationship, and his connections in the region will help advance the interests of the American people. Savaya owns the leaf and bud marijuana dispensaries, but has no government experience at the local, state, or federal level. He wrote on social media that he's deeply humbled, honored, and grateful to President Trump for appointing him to be the special envoy to the Republic of Iraq. Coming up in about 2.5 minutes.
A distracted driving crackdown is happening this week in Oakland County. I'm Luke Sloan.
WWJ News Time 7:13.
Hear breaking news anytime with your morning coffee or your midnight snack. Listen to WWJ on your kitchen smart speaker, on Amazon Echo, Google Home, or however you stream. Detroit's news, weather, and traffic station. WWJ News Radio 950. Depend on us.
Is your garage door ringing loud noises?
We're in downtown.
Your garage door won't
Inside
open? Call Superdoor, the huge impersonal nationwide mega chain with a catchy name. What? No, we're Superdoor Garage Door. We're right here in Metro Detroit. Our prices are right here on our corporate spreadsheet, so we can run your price through the roof to make our stock price soar. What? Our Superdoor prices are great. Our tune-up can usually fix those loud garage door noises for under 99 bucks. And we can install all garage door brands at the best prices in town. Live near Lake Orion or Novi? Need a...
Alright. Downtown. I'm not going to be out here for long because it's kind of chilly out. A whole bunch of stores here. Michigan Avenue. Yeah, that's the street we're on. I'm just shocked to be around here. Cheer. There we go. All right. I'm just saying, all right, cool, whatever. Cause I'm just so shocked. Oh, almost tripping that. I'm gonna turn back around. Excuse me. I'm just gonna take it because nobody's there. We're good. Okay. Yeah. We'll get out of here. Excuse me. I am very tired. But I'm gonna end the live stream here.
There will be a warning. As City Attorney Grant Anderson says, this is something new, especially in Major League Baseball, where Comerica Park will become the 18th stadium in the league. Without such 9:50. Coming up in about 90 seconds after traffic and weather. October 21st, chance to real world out there. 1994. Woody Allen, Bullets Over Broadway. Didn't make a lot of money, but got a couple of Oscar nods. Well, it's a nod at Lance Howard for checking out traffic.
Well, some good news looking at the AAA jam jams that crash on 275 southbound before 7 Mile.
Actually, I'll keep the stream going. Because when I was driving, there's a lot of cops on the highway.
And IBEW Local 58 construction alert update, so you can know before you go. Scheduled for tonight, 94 westbound from M10 the line to 14th Street near Grand River. Double up lane closure, only the right lane open 9 p.m. through 5 a.m. It'll be back Wednesday night as well. In that zone, the line goes into Trumbull Rim. 94 west will be closed as well. Your next update coming up at 7:28. Thursday, with clouds and limited sun, a high only 53. I'm active meteorologist Brian Thompson on WWJ News Radio 950.
Cloudy in Waterford Township, 46 degrees there. We've got clouds in Belleville and 48, Metro Airport. Cloudy and 48 as well. Downtown Detroit, clouds in 50 degrees. WWJ News Time.
It is, what time is 7:20. 7:20 p.m.
1988.
Maybe some other time I'll probably go to Ann Arbor.
Was nominated for 7 Oscars and won 1.
Yeah, that's where the University of Michigan. Besides that.
driver, who's not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected. The driver, 18-year-old man from Dafter, sustained serious injuries and was taken to Amish Medical Center for treatment. Other vehicles or passengers were involved. Police say drugs and alcohol do not appear to have been factors in this crash. A student at Detroit's Schultz Academy is facing disciplinary action after authorities say they made a prank active shooter call. The student was in a classroom with a substitute teacher when they made the call. Officials say they identified the student quickly. Detroit police did come out to the school to investigate. Families are encouraged to talk to their kids about these kinds of threats because they can be prosecuted and often are. There is no information on the age of the student. Schultz Academy has students from pre-K through 8th grade. Detroit is getting a new manufacturing facility.
There was an exclusive sneak preview of a new Detroit manufacturing facility called Wall, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Mayor Mike Duggan, and other city officials highlighted how the facility will create almost 300 jobs. 50% of those hired will have Detroit zip codes, be paid at least $24 an hour, and be paid weekly. Wall creates and installs energy-efficient windows for commercial buildings and residential areas. Here's more from Mayor Mike Duggan.
We have to make the transition to the jobs of the future and the kind of tech jobs that the next generation wants. We know Michigan leads the country in people under 30 moving out of state.
Because the last time I was here, this was back in 2021, where I went to take a plane to El Paso, Texas to see my dad there.
Carolyn Horn, WWJ News Radio 950.
Well, now that the state budget has passed, counties need to decide how their road funding is going to be spent.
This latest briefing, part of Macomb County's annual State of the Roads news update, which this year just happened to coincide with the new state budget signed into law by the governor here in Macomb, provides nearly $2 billion of annual investment in road funding statewide. County Executive Mark Apple says that translates to roughly $30 million in additional funding for Macomb County. And he says new issues arise as a result, albeit good issues.
We have conversations with the locals to figure out how we spread that additional funding, which is nearly approximately $30 million annually to paving preservation projects, culvert projects, reconstruction projects, and obviously expansion projects or widening projects. So it's still a lot of projects. And again, that limited funding bump that we're getting is only going to be able to see an incremental increase in roads going from poor to very good, by about a 6 to 8% over time. So which is good.
Apple saying those conversations with local, city, and township leadership will begin in roughly 2 weeks. In Macomb County, John Hewitt, WWJ News Radio 950.
Turning to the economy now, voters are paying more money for essentials. That's according to a new statewide poll by the Detroit Municipal Chamber.
Insurance, and if you pay rent or a mortgage, 42% say they're paying. So those under 30s who are paying rent or mortgages, half of them are paying more now.
The voters remain split on this. Another 42% say is on the wrong track. Lawmakers are calling on officials not to close the labor and delivery unit at Corewell Health Wayne Hospital. U.S. Representative Debbie Dingell and Rashida Tlaib wrote a letter in response to concerns that the Corewell Health Board of Directors is considering closing the unit. The letter says the hospital has been a, quote, critical provider of obstetrical and gynecological services. It was designated as one of the best hospitals for maternity care in 2021. In a statement, Corewell says they are evaluating the Wayne labor and delivery program. They're finding parents are going to nearby sites, places like Dearborn, for more comprehensive labor and delivery programs. Well, regardless of the location, they remain committed, they say, to providing excellent OB/GYN care for the Wayne community. Authorities reached a January 6th incident House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Correspondent Scott McFarland with details on that.
He was found guilty of breaking through senators' desks and being part of a small number of rioters who seized control of the Senate's dais. Christopher Moynihan was found guilty in 2022, sentenced to 21 months in prison, had been released before his full pardon with 1,500 plus other riot defendants. January 20th, 2025.
Reuters reporting that Moynihan sent threatening text messages about an appearance that Jeffries was scheduled to make in New York City. The Trump administration has agreed to deliver more student loan forgiveness.
Months after the American Federation of Teachers sued the Department of Education, claiming it illegally blocked or delayed certain loan forgiveness plans, the two sides have reached an agreement. The administration will forgive student loans for borrowers enrolled in one of two income-driven repayment plans.
That's why I invite the legitimate place to sing, to praise God, to worship together with freedom.
This Baltimore priest is delivering communion to parishioners' homes.
If they can't come to my building, I need to go to them.
This churchgoer says for a while she blamed not only ICE, but God.
Zone. If that ramp is still completely blocked, you'll have to go all the way up to Dixie Highway Saginaw and then do a topside turnaround to make your way back to Grange Hall Road. Earlier crash in St. Clair Shores, 94 west of Hartford. That's cleared from the roadway. It's construction at least scheduled tonight. 94 westbound from M10 to Lodge through 14th Street. Only the right lane open, 9 p.m. through 5 a.m. The Lodge North ramp to 94 west closed. The Trumbull ramp to 94 west closed there as well. Also 94 eastbound in Livernois. Right lane blocked and the Livernois ramp to 94 east closed as well. Scheduled 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Your next update. Traffic Center.
Much chillier air has moved into the area that's going to stay here for the next couple of days at least. We will continue to have a few showers around as we head through tonight. Any downpour early tonight could produce gusty winds and small hail. We'll get down to 43 for a low tonight. Windy and very chilly tomorrow. Mostly cloudy with a few showers. High 51. Maybe an early shower tomorrow night. Otherwise mostly cloudy. Brisk and chilly. Low 43. Thursday more of the same. Clouds will limit sun. Still can have a shower or two with a high of 53. But by Friday and Saturday, it looks drier. We'll see a little more sunshine. High temperatures mostly in the mid-50s. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on WWJ News Radio 950.
Looking at the cloudy skies in Wyandotte, it is 50 degrees there. Fairhaven with light rain and 49. Metro Airport cloudy and 48. Downtown Detroit cloudy and 49 degrees. Download the free Odyssey app and follow WWJ for listening on demand. All that matters in Southeast Michigan. It's a great way to listen on the app. That's Odyssey, AUD-ACY. Now it's 7:40. An Oakland County school is getting a new high-tech classroom.
The students at West Maple Elementary School have their hands on all kinds of fun things. 3D printers, new computers with software, all kinds of digital fabrication tools. Education professionals. These 13 schools, elementary, middle, and high schools in Birmingham and Southfield, the first in Michigan to have these labs. Here at West Maple, their mascot is the Wolves, and the students even made me a new 3D printed wolf as a little gesture for coming to the ceremony and to show off their new skills with their brand new equipment. Luke Sloan, WWJ News Radio 950.
The National Head Start Association is warning that the ongoing federal government shutdown threatens to
Stories about Head Start over the past couple of months, offering early childhood education, health screenings, meals, and family support for low-income homelessness. There are many different scenarios. The programs are run by schools, local governments, and nonprofits, and they're funded almost entirely through the federal government. But now they're facing a cutoff of money at the end of the month. WWJ News Radio 950.
Well, Peanut, the fawn, has a new home at the Howell Nature Center. The fawn was being cared for by the Detroit Animal Welfare Group before it was determined she could not be released due to a neurological issue. A letter was written, you may recall this, by multiple state reps to Governor Whitmer, asking her to intervene and stop a euthanasia order from the DNR for Peanut and also for a coyote named Coda. The public may be able to see Peanut as soon as next week. There is no word yet on coyote, that's Coda. Well, the next wave of smart home health tech might be, believe it or not, in your toilet. Kohler has introduced the Dakota. It's a $600 toilet-mounted camera. The company says the device uses optical sensors to analyze your waste, giving you feedback on your hydration and gut health, all via an app. But the device itself is just the beginning. You'll also need a monthly subscription to get your health data. While Kohler says the information is secure, some are already questioning the wisdom and the privacy of putting such a device in such a personal place. Coming up in about 2.5 minutes, a new park will be celebrating its grand opening downtown this weekend. We'll tell you which one and where. WWJ News Time is now 7:43.
Your phone, your tablet, your laptop.
Get WWJ News updates on any device.
Your desktop, your smart speaker.
Even your fridge, if you're really high-tech.
WWJ News Radio 950 on your smart speaker or phone with the free Odyssey app.
Or online at WWJNewsRadio.com. Health reports on WWJ. Sponsored by Delta Dental.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for you, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and food season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Make it your #1 preset. News Radio 950, WWJ.
Nobody has a better view of Metro Detroit roads through those AAA jam cams than Lance Howard. He's along now in 2.5 minutes with traffic and weather together on the 8th. But first at 7:45, a special event is coming up this weekend in downtown Detroit as the Ralph C. Wilson Centennial Park will have its grand opening to the public. The park is the realization of years of planning between the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy and a number of other businesses and organizations, including the Ralph C. Wilson Foundation and the Huron Clinton Metro Parks. Amy McMillan is the Metro Parks Executive Director.
Really, it's that spirit of collaboration and partnership that is married with this vision of this world-class park that made everything possible.
The 22-acre park, which stretches along downtown Detroit's riverfront, is part of the Lewis Greenway, which connects a number of neighborhoods throughout the city of Detroit.
I see
One of the
Spirit,
biggest media
and I saw
companies
millions of
in
Delta.
the world really is now on the trading block. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Warner Brothers Discovery announced that it's open to a sale after receiving unsolicited bids, reportedly including Paramount Skydance, which recently merged and is run by David Ellison, son of Oracle's Larry Ellison. CNBC reports that Netflix and Comcast are also interested in Warner Brothers Discovery, which has been planning to split into 2 separate publicly traded companies, one focused on streaming and studios, including HBO Max and Warner Brothers, and the other on its TV networks, including CNN, Discovery, HGTV, and the Food Network.
Warner Brothers shares surged higher on that report. Well, Disney Plus and Hulu subscription cancellations, those went up during the month that ABC briefly canceled Jimmy Kimmel Live, according to data from subscription analytics company Antenna. ABC pulled the show off the air for less than a week in September, this in the wake of criticism over his comments relating to the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Well, Antenna estimates total cancellations in September were 4.1 million for Hulu and 3 million for Disney Plus. OpenAI says it is introducing its own web browser called Atlas, entering direct competition with Google as more users rely on AI for answers. OpenAI's browser faces a challenge against Google's Chrome, which has about 3 billion users, and AI features from Google's Gemini tech. Trump's success could also guide OpenAI, as it did when it overtook Microsoft's Internet Explorer. Time for traffic and weather together on the 8s now at 7:48. Let's pass it off to Lance Howard.
Well, Kyle, we've got good news looking at the AAA jam cams. That crash on the 75 northbound exit to Grange Hall. That has been cleared. Traffic has recovered in the area. Look out for overnight construction if you're traveling eastbound 8 Mile Road between Telegraph and the Southfield. Only the left lane open, scheduled 8 p.m. through 5 a.m. nightly through this Friday. And, of course, overnight construction expected on 94 westbound from M10 to Lodge to 14th. That's near Grand River. Only the right lane open, 9 p.m. through 5 a.m. The northbound Lodge ramp to 94 west closing, as well as the Trumbull ramp to 94 west. That whole zone is scheduled to be back Wednesday night into Thursday morning as well. Your next update coming up at 7:58 from the DR Trailer Sales Traffic Center.
And now from the Bill Brown Weather Center, forecast from AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
Going to continue to turn brisk and chilly as we enter tonight with clouds, and there will be some showers to move through. Any downpour early tonight could produce some gusty winds and some small hail. Drop to 43 for a low tonight. Still a few showers tomorrow. It'll be a windy, with a mostly cloudy sky. Perhaps an early shower tomorrow night, otherwise mostly cloudy, brisk and chilly, low 43. There's still could be a shower or two Thursday. Clouds with limited sun, a high only 53. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on WWJ News Radio 950.
In Livonia, cloudy at 47. Outside our Southfield studios, also clouds at 47. We have cloudy skies in Metro Detroit's airport. At Metro, it's 48. Downtown Detroit, cloudy and 49 degrees. WWJ News Time coming up on 7:50. The West Michigan man who threatened to kill the President of the United States has learned his punishment.
In January, Richard Spring of Comstock Park, that's north of Grand Rapids, wrote the threats against President Donald Trump on social media, even going so far to tag him in it, making it easier for the Secret Service to see it. And Spring faced 2 counts for the threat, but over the summer he entered a guilty plea to a count of making threats to kill and injure the President of the United States. In his defense, he said he didn't remember making the post because of an alcohol-induced blackout. On Monday, Spring was sentenced to a year in federal prison
p.m. right now.
$2,000 fine. Brian Recker, WWJ News Radio 950.
Well, the NBA season officially starts today, although the Pistons aren't in action until tomorrow night in Chicago. We will check now. In about 2 minutes, WWJ News Time 7:51.
This hour of news is brought to you by the Auto Law Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
Enjoy this live stream. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Guaranteed to bid and prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it?
So, yeah.
eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At 7:53 on WWJ Sports.
Jeremy Otto. Coach Dan Campbell said that he's turning his coaches loose to enjoy the bye. He was asked if Taylor Decker on the offensive line would be able to hold up for the rest of the season at this point.
I hope so. I hope so. I know he'll do everything he can to make it right and to be able to play.
In other NFL news, according to Trey Wingo, the Cowboys have reached out to the Raiders about a potential trade for former EMU star Max Crosby. The Vikings are also sticking with Carson Wentz at quarterback for Thursday Night Football against the Chargers. They did put J.J. McCarthy through a workout, and he isn't quite ready to play against his former college coach, Jim Harbaugh. Veteran forward Patrick Kane will not play the next 2 games for the Wings as he recovers from injury. He was skating at practice, though. The Pistons have one more night off before the regular season begins Wednesday night in Chicago. Jaden Ivey is out. New guard Karis LeVert is probable, and returning ball handler Marcus Sasser is doubtful. The Angels are tabbing former MLB veteran catcher Kurt Suzuki as their manager. With sports at 23 and 53 past each hour, I'm Jeremy Otto, WWJ Neutrino 950.
WWJ will have that Pistons game with the Bulls tomorrow night on our air right at about 7:30. Up next, it was a mixed day on Wall Street, but a record-setting one for the Dow. Bloomberg with the big numbers for you.
All right, I'll get some gas real quick.
News Radio 950.
See you guys later. Take care.
News you need to know without increasing your screen time.
And the free Odyssey app to your smartphone.
Oh, I forgot. Well, I'm coming. I guess you guys can come in. Hello. Can I have a 15 on 7?
Regular?
Yes.
You have speed like that?
Yep.
You did outside, right? What time? What time about?
Less than an hour.
Oh. I don't remember. You're all set, hon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Alright. We're in Romulus right now. We're getting some gas. And after that, I'm gonna head over towards home. Because it is 7:57, 3 minutes to 8. Ooh. Oh, you can see the plane right there. It's not good quality, I know. Almost done. But that's kind of cool. Because there's a lot of planes that be flying around here. Oh, looks like it's done. Yeah, you can see it. It looks like it's heading down towards the airport. Alright. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. See you guys later. Take care.
Glad you mentioned the rain. Indeed, it is raining.